Wait, did you believe that Rasheeda was the victim in this soap opera about love and hip-hop? Oh, sweetheart, slow down, 'cause Tasha K just pulled the largest and most obvious card in reality TV history when she was out here hurling daggers at Yandy for allegedly pillow-talking about her marriage. Rasheeda's hands aren't clean either, to put it mildly. What if I told you that the boss woman who was shouting treachery on camera was also apparently running a dubious little business behind the scenes, influencing the producers? Yes, it's messy, and juicy. Tasha K's sister did more than just spill tea. She poured it over everyone's lace front, tagged it, and brewed it. More twists were added to this story than Kirk's Father's Day Instagram direct messages, from side sabotage to phony friendships. This isn't just another catfight, so fasten your seatbelt. This is war on reality TV, and someone is going to get severely burned when the receipts are this hot. Who is the true snake in this situation then? Is Tasha K playing for DHS with everyone? Or is it Rasheeda or Yandy? The truth is about to be revealed, so pay attention. And it's scandalous, darling. You assumed that Love and Hip Hop was all about weddings, wigs, and outrageous drama on Wednesday nights. False. A full-fledged reality war zone is what we have here. And Tasha K, the very queen of disorder, simply set the entire thing on fire. Who do you think is choking on the smoke? Frost? Rasheeda? The boss chick, indeed. Yandy Smith was shot by Miss Pressed ATL, the same woman who has been grieving over Kirk's never-ending side baby story. A dramatic twist that nobody anticipated. Coming not even Mona Scott Young in her wildest fantasies. Rasheeda, the bullet bounced around, baby. She ended up revealing her own hand, which is messier than her marital documents. After dragging Yandy through the mud over her supposed cunning behavior with Mendeecees. Shall we turn the circus around? Yandy Smith, the queen of cool edges. Carefully chosen quotes and poise so flawless it ought to be against the law, is at the heart of Buffett's betrayal. Then there is Rasheeda, who has spent 10 seasons in a row dragging Kirk around like a carry-on bag. Last but not least, the internet's unofficial federal agent, Tasha K, was drinking tea so hot that her phones were steam damaged. Here's what happened now. Yandy had allegedly been with her sidekick. Rasheeda's darkest secrets are revealed. Not just any old tea, and it's not only about Mendeecees, her brand, or even her company. Are discussing family drama, boutiques, and off-camera pairings, beef, and other sensitive information that even Kirk was probably unaware of. How did all of this leak? Enter Tasha K. I received the receipts, miss. I'm not afraid of anyone. Miss. Let me go live quickly, miss. She didn't just tell the streets. She essentially gave a TED Talk, complete with voice notes, screenshots, and purported direct messages. Yes. With a side eye so large, it deserves its own Instagram account. To put things in perspective, Rasheeda and Yandy were slated to be the sisterhood of the traveling poor decisions, the Boss Babe starter pack, birthday postings, joint panels, and the ride or die of the reality world. However, beneath the glitzy filters and phony embraces, this sisterhood was decaying like a leftover nail polish in a sauna. Tasha claims that Yandy was laughing, not only behind her back, but supposedly in her side dude's arms, while Rasheeda was out here supporting Yandy's spiritual marriage and sobbing over Kirk's 8th midlife crisis. That's the same individual who, incidentally, appeared overnight like a plot hole. After being a ghost for a week, he is invited to the reunion and has a public relations team the following week. Make sense of it. This is where things get crazy, though. As if it were Sunday supper, the fans devoured it. Remarks began to flow. Rasheeda has been too devoted to receive such treatment. Yandy's mouth was usually slick. We now know why hasn't Tasha K been missed yet. She needs to talk on Netflix. To be honest, they're not incorrect, because Rasheeda didn't simply confront Yandy behind the scenes after learning of the betrayal. She brought the storm to the screen. Oh dear. Producers were yelling, "We're not even friends like that anymore," when Rasheeda said it in a confessional. With a mother-in-law cold gaze, it wasn't shade. It was a complete eclipse. However, can you guess who also felt the heat? Rasheeda herself. Because Tasha K returned for seconds just when she believed she was the victim. Rasheeda was pulled into her own disaster. Rasheeda has also allegedly been chatting, leaks, texts, and a brief relationship with the same public relations specialist. Yandy's side guy employed. What were you doing, girl? We are now left to question if Rasheeda was betrayed or if she was also playing both sides. That's what makes chaos and actuality so beautiful. No one is faithful and everyone is filthy. 4. A period. And Kendra Robinson chose to speak just when we thought things couldn't get any wilder. Indeed, Kendra, I'm not a warrior, miss. I'm a lawyer. It's a person who stuck by Jock through all the scandals short of a federal prosecution had the audacity to say that she hadn't been betrayed in HD, as if she were printing contracts. She co-signed Rasheeda's statement. If you don't have a conversation with your partner about his inability to remove his direct messages, female. However, it goes further because anonymous sources claim that Yandy's quiet isn't a tactic of guilt. Rumor has it that her team is recording everything. Old footage from season 6, deleted tweets, and dubious confessionals. Because it's not simply drama when you accuse a woman of snitching on her pals and faking a marriage. Defamation is what that is. Additionally, although Yandy's lawyer attended law school, she did not. Now that legal teams are surrounding fans because this wasn't meant to happen. Bases were splitting and producers were freaking out. Petty TV was what it was supposed to be. Rather, it became a complete franchise collapse, and this is only the first step. The conclusion should be Rasheeda's confessional body slamming Yandy Smith and rocking the entire Love and Hip Hop universe. Right? False. That was only a taste of what was to come, or baby. Furthermore, there are no subliminals, no shading, and it is blatant reality TV combat with blogs, bar receipts, and anonymous sources proliferating online like Black Friday in the gossip section. Naturally, Hurricane Tasha K, the queen of receipts, is at the heart of this publicity. The lady who converts chaos into profitable material like it's an Olympic sport is known as the priestess of petty. This is what Tasha did after that. She went live, and I mean it when I say live. Live, not a gentle introduction. No calming music. No, how are you all tonight? Vitality. From the first second, it was pure fire. Additionally, she allegedly said that Yandy was out here acting loyally while drinking tea with her sidekick regarding Rasheeda's marriage. Not your average tea. Genuine green tea with jasmine, peppermint, and gunpowder. Recall the sidekick we spoke about earlier. The one who appeared out of nowhere with a complete public relations team and 4,000 Instagram followers. Yes, according to Tasha K's sources, he was on those evenings of content shoots. Yandy's glossy lips screamed. The walking, talking vault of Rasheeda's darkest secrets. What sort of secrets do you want to know? Since Tasha K claims that Yandy's little side boo was aware of Kirk's recent out-of-town adventure months before the episode aired. Let's speak about the Kirk Frost files. We're discussing dates, places, and even the shoes a size 10 black and Red Jordan 1 retro that Kirk is said to have left in the hotel room. Now, how in the world, unless someone close to Rasheeda was doing more than praying for her, would a man who wasn't even in the primary plot know that? This is where things become pretty complicated. Screenshots purportedly taken from a production assistant's leaked texts were made public by Tasha K, demonstrating that this controversy was more than just a rumor. Oh no, it was brought up in a group chat among the members of the Hip Hop and Love Ensemble, where Yandy was purportedly discussing Rasheeda as if she were merely a fan and not a friend. Sisping. Like she's the only one who's been cheated on. We all got storylines. She just plays the victim better. That was the supposed message from Yandy. Just that line set off a little social media earthquake. Yandy was dragged by fans like a failed Fashion Nova sale. No, She harmed Rasheeda. Yandy has consistently shown false loyalty. She never made it legal with Mendeecees because of this. That's why Kirk continues to cheat. He is aware that rather than supporting his wife, his pals are occupied with gossip. But hold on, Rasheeda is also not clean because bloggers and admirers began supporting her right away. You know what happened? The receipts were dropped. Another unnamed source claims that Tasha has a hotline to all of her cousins. Allegedly, Rasheeda has been preparing her confessional takedown for several weeks. It was actually planned out word for word with the entire betrayal monologue practiced in front of the mirror like a Tyler Perry audition. The outfits coordinated and the hair pre-curled. According to one source, she was aware that she would break up with that pal on camera. Fans were growing weary of her portraying the wounded wife, so she claimed she wanted to change the narrative. Hold on then, let's dissect this. Rasheeda's marriage was supposedly the subject of gossip by Yandy. Rasheeda allegedly orchestrated the entire outburst while feigning surprise. Tasha K is over here recounting how their friendship ended in the interim. For example, it's the next Power season. Guess who, though, took this seriously? Yandy's group was preparing a lawsuit, a retaliation, or both. In 2 hours, one tweet received 20,000 likes. Yandy has not spoken. She is now allowing the attorneys to speak. Boss energy is that? Not to be overlooked is Kendra Robinson, our favorite third wheel in this catastrophe. When no one sent her the Zoom link, the baby girl entered this feud as if she had been invited. As if she hadn't been shamed last season for sticking with Jock, a man who believes loyalty is a cologne. She co-signed Rasheeda's attack out of the blue. You stayed with a man who cheated during your engagement photo shoot. Let's not throw around words like phony when your man treats monogamy like a group project. Kendra wrote in an alleged leaked direct message, but what's the real fallout? Yandy's reputation is on thin ice. Rasheeda's brand is shaky. Kendra's role is irrelevant but messy. Tasha K is booked, busy and shady as ever. But here's the real kicker. Let that sink in. This isn't just petty beef. This is contractual altering chaos. The Love and Hip Hop production team is reportedly in full damage control mode because of the scandal, which reportedly halted negotiations for 2 sponsorships and required a complete redo of a reunion seating chart. Yandy isn't worried, at least not on the surface. She says, I know things too, and I've got receipts, screenshots, and voice notes if you want to play dirty. Fans are holding their breath as a result. We haven't even reached the climax of this scandal yet. And as Tasha K always says, when you think it's over, it keeps getting spicier. So when we said this was war, baby, we weren't playing. What began as a shady confessional and a few leaked receipts has now snowballed into a full-blown media meltdown. With legal threats flying like wigs at a reunion and the internet, it's practically foaming at the mouth to see who's getting canceled. Let's dive right into the aftermath because it's even more disgusting than Kirk's letters of apology. Rumor has it that the reunion filming is in complete disarray, with insiders and a fiery Reddit thread claiming that Rasheeda has refused to sit on the same couch as Yandy and is demanding her own Boss Chick segment so she can speak her truth without interruption. Oh, you want to preach now, sis? Meanwhile, Yandy, cool as a lawyer at a press conference, is reportedly arriving with receipts, not just sound bites, but voice memos, deleted direct messages, and allegedly a production assistant statement proving Rasheeda's betrayal was pre-planned. And guess who has the inside scoop? Yes, Tasha K herself went live once more, this time with part 3 of her expose on Ethan, and it went more viral on the internet than Bianca's midnight record release. One of Yandy's team members reached out to me, Tasha said. They warned that Yandy would abandon everything if Rasheeda continued to fabricate this story of loyalty. You mean to tell me that the woman who is crying over betrayal may have initiated the betrayal plotline herself? Oh, baby, it's giving checkmate in a lace front. And while the ladies are busy throwing glamorized grenades, the business world is watching. Text footage, even voice notes of her venting about Kirk before any of this even aired. We love Rasheeda's aesthetic, but when your brand becomes synonymous with betrayal and fake friendships, it's not good for business, period, said a phony but very credible beauty PR representative. Rasheeda's boutique pressed ATL is reportedly taking the brunt of criticism, with sarcastic Yelp reviews calling it a cute store, but loyalty not included. Influencers publicly unfollowing the brand on Instagram. And one wig supplier allegedly putting their partnership on hold because of the backlash from the episode. As Rasheeda engages in full-fledged mental warfare, Yandy's brand remains unexpectedly unscathed. Her quiet has turned into her secret weapon, and suddenly people are noticing something else. Taking a step back, what if Yandy's silence isn't a sign of guilt, but rather a calculated move? Sis has built an empire by mentoring women, launching skincare lines, managing artists, and booking speaking engagements. She isn't out there seeking clapbacks. Rather, she is protecting a brand worth six figures and expanding. So, rather than crying on Instagram Live like some other cast members, she is reportedly letting her legal team handle the heat and quietly building her own spin-off deal. Yes, you read correctly. A streaming platform is reportedly considering a Yandy-centered DOA series that would focus on Black entrepreneurship, motherhood, and, yes, the aftermath of betrayal in reality TV. Plot twist, Yandy basically used Rasheeda's treachery as leverage. Rasheeda came for drama. One fan wrote on Twitter, Yandy arrived in search of longevity. One is spiraling, and the others are signing contracts because of this. But hold on, Mendy joins the conversation. Mendy sees that he has been telling producers that he wants airtime at the reunion, not to fight, but to set the record straight. And he's ready to drag Kendra and Rasheeda for dragging his marriage into their mess. No, let's talk about the man in the middle of the mess. Mendy has reportedly been quiet for the most part, but insiders say he's had enough. A production source told Tasha Mendy that he didn't sign up for all this. I'm pulling up with the facts if they continue to lie about my wife, he said to executives. And he meant that he's even allegedly got signed contracts, family legal paperwork, and personal messages saved in a folder called In Case of Rasheeda. Now that's how you protect your queen. And while Yandy and Rasheeda are trapped in this chess game of who betrayed whom, Kendra Robinson is just out here embarrassing herself. Girl, you already went viral for staying with young jock, who believes that monogamy is a playlist setting, not a life choice. Now, you want to throw shade like you didn't just spend 3 seasons being cheated on 4K. Fans cannot stand it. It's judging Yandy when your man is still unsure of what fianc means, sis. Think about Jock before you think about anyone else. Kendra's attempt to be significant was so awkward. But guess what? It's worked. Because even though she didn't contribute anything worthwhile, her name is trending. And producers love a trending name, regardless of how irrelevant the person is. It's in the final twist. A leaked script. Now listen to this bombshell. Tasha K claims she received an anonymous email from someone according to the leaked document. Rasheeda's confessional, the one in which she iced out Yandy and shaded her on camera, was outlined in a storyline draft weeks before filming. It included beat notes like Rasheeda removes Yandy from close friends. Lists mentions we're not as close as we used to be. Delivers final line. We're not even friends like that anymore. This leak is real, and we know Tasha doesn't play about her tea. Then the entire takedown was approved by the producer, indicating Rasheeda wasn't deceived. Let's recap the battlefield. Tasha K is running the internet with this scandal like she owns VH1. K, Mendy is loading receipts and ready to pop off. K, and the fans are divided like it's a Real Housewives reunion. Team Yandy, she never claps back. She outgrows the mess. Team Rasheeda, She finally woke up and chose petty. Team Tasha K. Give that woman an explanation. And Kendra is talking loudly and saying nothing while Rasheeda is allegedly plotting the plot. The question is, did Rasheeda fall for the producer trap, or did she help set it up? Did Yandy betray her friend or simply stop entertaining a friendship that was already cracked? Let's face it, Team Kendra has about 3 members at most. It wasn't about side guys, cheating scandals, or leaked texts. It was about ego. Rasheeda felt overshadowed by Yandy's cool composure. Kendra wanted to feel relevant. She saw the whole mess and turned it into financed chaos. The scapegoat. In any case, someone is lying. And when that reunion comes around, baby, the truth might blow up more than a season premiere. And there you have it, people. A 3-part tale of leaked receipts, sidemen with starter power, confessions that involved wig snatching, and a sisterhood that broke more quickly than Kirk's devotion on a Friday night. Now that the spotlight is on you, is Kendra an undercover villain, or is she simply bored because Jock isn't staying at home? And don't forget, is Tasha K the queen of exposed journalism, or just VH1's unofficial executive producer at this point? Share your wildest theories below. I'm talking about fan conspiracies, deleted tweets, zodiac sign breakdowns, and all the smoke. Should Rasheeda publicly apologize? Should Yandy finally release the Doomsday Receipts folder? Should Kendra simply go silent until next season? If you think the drama is over, think again. This is hip hop and love, not Sesame Street. So there's always more tea, more shade, and more lace fronts waiting to slip off. Because in the world of reality TV, the only thing more fake than the friendships is how real the drama gets. See you in the next video. Stay shady. If Rasheeda's boutique needs a makeover, ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next explosive episode. Take that sarcastic stance.